A very happy and a pleasant morning to you all children. Today we are going to start a new topic, types of reaction. So we have seen about reactions, chemical reactions, how to represent it in the form of equations and how to balance a chemical equation, and further to that we are going to see about the types of reaction. What are the possible types of reaction we have? Or a reaction can be classified in different types. Let us see the types of reactions one by one. So we will see about the types of reactions in the upcoming slides, children. Children, now let us see what are the types of reaction that we are going to learn in this chapter. So following are the types of reactions. They are combination reaction, decomposition reaction, displacement reaction, double displacement reactions, oxidation reduction reactions, precipitation reaction, exothermic and endothermic reactions. So for all these reactions, the definitions with examples will complete the chapter. So for each of the reactions, we will be seeing the definition, what is the meaning of that reaction, then a perfect example for the reaction. And by the side of it, you can see some letters and you can identify the types of reaction from that. For example, combination reaction. If you take combination reaction, A plus B yields AB. That means A combines with B to produce a product AB. So that we will be discussing in the next slide. Children, let us see in this slide a very important board question. What is the question? Define a chemical reaction. State 4 observations which helps us to determine that a chemical reaction has taken place. So we have already seen what is a chemical reaction. So the definition goes like this: the process in which new substances with new properties are formed by the rearrangement of atoms is known as a chemical reaction. So in the previous slide, we have seen different types of reactions. So whatever may be the type of reaction, how can we identify whether that reaction has taken place? What are the observations? So the following are the observations which helps us to determine whether a chemical reaction has taken place. 1. Change in state. 2. Change in color. 3. Evolution of a gas. 4. Change in temperature. So these 4 observations will tell us that a chemical reaction has taken place. Children, this is a very important board question. Hello. Children, now let us see about the first type of reaction, the combination reaction. When two reactants combine to form a product, it is called a combination reaction. So when two reactants combine to form a single product, it is called a combination reaction. This is the definition for combination reaction. Now let us see to the example of this combination reaction. Calcium oxide, CaO, reacts vigorously with water, H2O, to produce slacked lime, that is chemically called as calcium hydroxide, releasing a large amount of heat. So the chemical equation goes like this: CaO plus H2O gives CaOH twice. So this is an example of combination reaction. Again, the calcium hydroxide so formed reacts slowly with carbon dioxide in air to form a thin layer of calcium carbonate on the walls. Calcium carbonate is formed after 2 or 3 days of whitewashing and gives a shiny finish to the walls. It is interesting to note that the chemical formula for marble is also CaCO3. So a combination reaction is the one where two or more reactants combine to form a single product. And the example is very important: calcium oxide reacting with water to form calcium hydroxide. Children, this slide is a very important slide, and it is an example of combination reaction which is frequently asked in the board examination for 2 marks. The question is, what happens to magnesium ribbon when burnt in air? The picture above this illustrates the burning of magnesium ribbon. The magnesium ribbon is held with a pair of tongs and it is introduced to the burning stove or Bunsen burner. Now, after it catches fire, you can see the sparks coming out of it, just like the Kambi Matapu which you fire it during Diwali. So same effect can be seen in this. So this I would have demonstrated to you when you were class 8. Just recall it. So after burning, it produces a powder. So since this is a chemical reaction, the magnesium ribbon, the properties of the magnesium ribbon should be different from the properties of the ash after it burns. Yes, exactly. So previously it is in solid state, after burning it is in powdered state. Also, the properties of magnesium doesn't match with the property of the ash which is being collected, because when magnesium reacts with air, it combines with oxygen and so it forms magnesium oxide. So before burning it is magnesium, after burning it is magnesium oxide. So let us see to the answer. When magnesium ribbon is burnt in air, it combines with oxygen to form white powder magnesium oxide MgO with the release of heat and light. It forms a white powder of magnesium oxide. The magnesium gives up 2 electrons to oxygen atom to form this powderly product. So if you are representing in chemical equation, 2 Mg plus O2 gives 2 MgO. You see to this, children, the equation is balanced. 2 atoms of magnesium on left side and 2 atoms of magnesium on the right side. Similarly, 2 atoms of oxygen on the left as well as 2 atoms of oxygen onto the right. So children, this is a very important question and this you have to memorize. Children, by this we come to the end of today's learning section, and I have given you only a little, maybe 3 or 4 questions which are connected with the lesson, and these question answers you have to write it as a test and then send it as a snapshot to me. That is the first homework I am giving it to you. Secondly, I will be giving you a worksheet which contains 15 skeleton equations. You know what a skeleton equation is. So 15 skeleton equations, and you are supposed to balance it, and you have to share the answers by showing me the steps of how you have arrived the answers. So that is number 2 as the homework. Number 3, in those 15 skeletal questions, after I share the answers, the first 10 questions with the answers, you have to make it as assignment in A4 sheet paper. So the first 10 skeleton questions with the answers in A4 sheet, you have to make it as an assignment, and this is the second assignment I am giving it to you. So you can number it assignment number 2, and the heading is balancing the chemical equation. Okay children, so the 3 homeworks I am giving it to you. To put it in a nutshell, you have to write it as a test for those questions which are given in the slide. Number 2, 15 skeleton equations, you have to balance it in your notebook. Number 3, after I share the answers, the first 10 skeleton questions with the answers, it has to be copied in A4 sheet paper as an assignment. That's all for today's session, children. Have a good day and enjoy your day. Thank you very much.